Chances are there are some things about your life you'd like to change, but how do you do that? Where do you even start? Performance and mental conditioning coach Scott Wimberly is here to tell us more. Scott, it's good to see you again.
Good to see you. Thank you.
I think everyone has a few little things here and there they'd like to change. Maybe lose a little weight, maybe not drink as many sodas, maybe not smoke as many cigarettes. So how do we start? Where do we go?
Well, like you said, I think the first thing is recognizing that there is a change that needs to be made. And then I think the one thing that we do, especially in the South maybe, is wait until a crisis happens before we change, before, we have that heart attack, then we realize we need to,
lose
cut
weight.
back on the weight or, whatever the case may be. But, I think that one of our major hindrances is we wait for that crisis. We wait for the I don't want to say disaster, but we wait for a pretty bad situation happens before we realize it, that it's time to change. And
are we just stubborn?
Lazy, maybe.
Maybe both.
I think there's pride involved. And I'm only speaking to myself. I know that pride and laziness. I realize it's there. I know what needs to be done. My wife tells me. My daughter tells me. You tell me. Everybody. Everybody tells you what needs to be changed about your, others. But until we realize and wake up to that moment. But I really I stress to this time of year with coaches and athletes. Don't wait until it's not too late. But don't wait until a crisis happens before you implement change, and then do it in small steps. Get a plan, always have a plan, but change is not as bad as we make it out to be.
Now, when we're, okay, so let's say we've addressed the concept of we need to change something. We've come that far.
Right.
Now we're talking about actually committing the change and committing to it and trying to be successful with it. When we do a plan and we do small steps, kind of walk us through that. Let's say losing weight, just hypothetically.
I would, first thing I would do is tell somebody that'll hold you accountable to it. It'd be like you turn in and say, I'm going to lose 20 pounds by the end of the year. You just told Tuscaloosa proper and, all the
Points
people.
Beyond,
that, and you got all kind of people that are going to hold you accountable to it. I think that's one of the first things to do is get somebody that'll hold you accountable. That will work with you, that will encourage you, and a pat on the back or kick in the seat of the pants, whatever it is that that we need to get that job done.
Perhaps embarrassment or shame if you don't. If you're into negative reinforcement.
If you're in the negative side, that works real good. But get somebody that'll work with you. Always have a partner. I think that helps, and accountability. But someone that will hold you, toe the line, as they say. But I heard today someone said, until I recognize and accept me as I am, then I can change. So you kind of a little oxymoron there, more of a paradox, I guess. You have a paradox. Once you finally, here I am. Now I can change.
Now you can change.
Now I can change.
So having a good concept of who you are and where you're at in life, and you need to be there before you can start worrying about, do I need to lose weight, or do I need to walk more, or eat less pizza, or whatever the case may be.
Quit, staying up late and these type things. But recognizing the fact, and then get someone accountable, and do it in small, achievable, steps.
Little steps, little victories.
There you go, and celebrate them.
And I realize it's probably going to change from depending on what you want to change. But is there like a time frame? Because with 20 pounds, that's a lot of weight. And you shouldn't be discouraged if you don't lose it in a month.
So I would think by Sunday. The way we do it, it's got to be immediate, but set up a guideline, a good plan, take time and mark it out and make it achievable. Don't have your change goals, so to speak, so high that there's no way you'll ever reach them. If you're making $10,000 this year, don't say, I want to be a millionaire by, Christmas. It's just, then you get flustered and you quit.
Or you buy a lot of lottery tickets. and do a lot of driving back and forth to Georgia.
There you go.
All right, Scott, good to see you. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
You can find out more about Scott, his books, and following the roadmap to your destiny online at scottwimberly.com. We'll talk about